Our story begins not in a shiny factory but in a field. Yes, a field full of dirt and growing things. This is where the potato lives its early life. Farmers plant tiny seed potatoes. They water them carefully. They watch them grow under the warm sun. The potatoes get bigger and bigger underground. They are waiting for their big day. This journey is very important for making tasty chips. Only good potatoes can become good chips, you see. The care they get now matters a lot later on. Then, harvest time comes. Big machines rumble through the fields. These machines gently dig up the potatoes. The potatoes are lifted from their earthy homes. They are a bit dirty, covered in soil. That is perfectly normal for a potato. They are collected in large bins or trucks. Imagine many potatoes all together. It is quite a sight. Their first big trip is about to start. They are leaving the quiet farm. They are heading for a place of amazing transformation. These trucks filled with potatoes travel on roads. They might travel for many miles. They are on their way to the potato chip factory. The factory is a busy place. It is waiting for these special deliveries. When the trucks arrive, they line up. There is a special area for them. The factory people are ready. They know these potatoes have a delicious destiny. This is the first step. The potato has arrived at the factory gates, ready for its crunchy future. Inside the factory, the journey continues. The potatoes are not yet chips, not even close. They are still whole, earthy potatoes. They are moved from the trucks. They might go onto conveyor belts. These belts are like moving roads inside the factory. The potatoes travel along these belts. They are heading to their first stop inside. This is where their big change will really begin. The air is filled with anticipation. Or maybe that's just the smell of, well, potatoes for now. Not every potato gets to become a chip. Oh no, that would be too easy. Factories are very picky. They want only the best potatoes. Why? Because the best potatoes make the best chips. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So, the potatoes go through a selection process. Think of it like a talent show for potatoes. Only the stars get to move on. This step is super important for quality. We want chips that are tasty and look good. What makes a potato a star? Well, chip makers look for a few things. They like potatoes that have a good amount of starch. Starch helps make the chips crispy. They also check the sugar content. Too much sugar can make chips turn dark brown when cooked. We want golden chips, not burnt ones. The size and shape of the potato also matter. Uniform potatoes are easier to handle. They make more consistent chips. So, round or oval potatoes of a good size are preferred. So, how does this selection happen? Sometimes it starts even before the potatoes reach the factory. Farmers know what kind of potatoes chip companies like. But at the factory, there are more checks. Potatoes might roll along a sorting table. Workers, or sometimes clever machines, look at each potato. They look for green spots. Green potatoes are a no-go. They look for bruises or cuts. Damaged potatoes are taken out. Only the healthy, well-shaped ones continue their journey. The rejected potatoes are not always wasted. Some might be used for other things. Perhaps they become animal feed, or maybe they are used in products where their looks don't matter as much. But for our chips, only the A-team of potatoes will do. This careful choosing ensures that the chips we eat will be delicious. It ensures they will have that perfect crunch. The selection process is a key step. It sets the stage for a top-quality snack. It's all about starting with the best ingredients. Once our perfect potatoes are chosen, they have a problem. They are still wearing their jackets, their skins. Potato skins are fine for some dishes, but for most classic potato chips, we want them skin-free. So the next big step is peeling. Imagine peeling one potato. Now imagine peeling thousands and thousands of potatoes. That would take a very long time by hand. Factories need a faster way, a much faster way to get those potatoes naked. So how do they do it? Factories use big, clever machines for peeling. One common type of peeler is an abrasion peeler. Think of it like a giant spinning drum. The inside of the drum is rough, like sandpaper. The potatoes are put inside this drum. As the drum spins, the potatoes tumble around. They rub against the rough surface. This rubbing action gently scrapes off their skins. Water is often sprayed in too. This helps wash away the removed peels. It's quite an efficient process. Another method some factories might use is steam peeling. This is a bit different. The potatoes are exposed to high-pressure steam for a very short time. This steam heats the very outer layer of the potato skin. Then the pressure is suddenly released. This makes the skins burst or loosen. After that, the loosened skins can be easily washed or brushed off. This method can be very quick. It also removes a very thin layer of skin. This means less potato is wasted. Smart, right? No matter which method is used, the goal is the same. The goal is to get clean peeled potatoes. After peeling, the potatoes are rinsed thoroughly. This removes any leftover bits of skin. It also washes away any dirt that might have been hiding. Now, our potatoes are looking much different. They are smooth and pale. They are ready for their next transformation. They are one step closer to becoming those crispy, crunchy chips we all love. The peeling adventure is complete. Our potatoes are now clean and skinless. They are round and smooth, but they are still too big to be chips. A whole potato is not a chip. We need slices, thin slices, very thin slices. This is where the slicing machines come in. These machines are incredibly precise. They have to be. The thickness of the slice is very important. It affects how the chip cooks. It affects the final crunch. So, this step is all about precision cutting. Imagine a super sharp knife. Now imagine many super sharp knives, or a spinning wheel with sharp blades. Slicing machines work very fast. The peeled potatoes are fed into these machines. Inside they meet the blades. Whir, slice, slice, slice. In moments, a whole potato is turned into a pile of thin, uniform slices. The thickness can be adjusted. Some chips are thicker, called kettle style sometimes. Others are very thin and delicate. The factory decides the perfect thickness for their chips. These slices are not just any slices, they need to be consistent. If some slices are thick and some are thin, they will not cook evenly. The thin ones might burn. The thick ones might be soggy. Nobody wants that. So the machines are carefully maintained. The blades are kept sharp. This ensures every slice is just right. After slicing, the potato slices often get another wash. This wash is important. It removes excess starch from the surface of the slices. Why remove this surface starch? Well, this starch can make the slices stick together during cooking. We want individual crispy chips, not a big clump of potato. So a quick rinse helps prevent sticking. It also helps make the final chip crispier. After rinsing, the slices might be dried a little. Excess surface water is removed. This is because they are often heading to hot oil next. Water and hot oil don't always play nicely together, so the slices are prepped for their next big step cooking. Section 5, the hot bath treatment. Into the fryer we go. Now we have thin, washed potato slices. They are ready for their transformation into something crispy. One very popular way to cook potato chips is frying. This means giving them a hot bath. A hot bath in oil, that is. The slices are moved onto a conveyor belt. This belt takes them to a giant fryer. This is not like the small fryer you might have at home. It is a very long, continuous fryer. It can cook a huge number of chips at once. The oil in these fryers is kept at a very specific temperature. Usually it is quite hot, around 350 to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, or 175 to 190 degrees Celsius. The type of oil can vary. Some factories use vegetable oil. Others might use sunflower oil or canola oil. The choice of oil can affect the flavor of the chips. As the potato slices enter the hot oil, they start to sizzle. The water inside the potato slices quickly turns to steam. This makes the chips bubble and float. As the slices travel through the long fryer, they cook. The hot oil drives out the moisture from the potato. This is what makes them crispy. If they still had a lot of water, they would be soft. The cooking time is carefully controlled. It is usually just a few minutes. Too short, and the chips are undercooked and pale. Too long, and they become too dark or even burnt. The goal is a beautiful golden brown color, and of course that perfect crunch. During their swim in the hot oil, the chips are often gently moved. Paddles or rakes might stir them. This ensures they cook evenly on all sides. It also prevents them from sticking together. As they reach the end of the fryer, they are lifted out. The excess oil is allowed to drain off. Now, they look much more like the chips we know. They are golden. They are starting to get that characteristic curl. But their journey is not quite over yet. There is still more to come. Frying is one way to make chips, but it is not the only way. Some potato chips are baked. This is a different kind of cooking adventure. For baked chips, the potato slices skip the deep fryer. Instead, they head to a very large oven. These ovens are also continuous. This means the slices go in one end and come out the other. Just like with the fryers, this allows for a constant flow of chip production. Baking offers a different texture and often a lower fat content. Before going into the oven, the potato slices might be treated slightly differently. Sometimes they are lightly sprayed with oil. This helps them to crisp up and get a nice color. It is much less oil than used in frying, though. Then the seasoned or unseasoned slices are laid out. They are usually placed in a single layer on a mesh belt. This belt slowly moves them through the hot oven. The temperature in the oven is carefully controlled, so is the baking time. These factors are key to making great baked chips. Inside the oven, the heat works its magic. The warmth surrounds the potato slices. Slowly, the moisture inside them evaporates. They begin to dry out and become crispy. Because they are not submerged in oil, baked chips often have a lighter texture. They might be a bit more delicate too. The baking process takes a little longer than frying, but the result is a chip that many people enjoy. It is a different path to crispiness, a path that uses dry heat instead of hot oil. Once the baked chips are perfectly golden and crisp, they exit the oven. They might be a little hot, so they need to cool down. Just like fried chips, they are now much closer to the finished product. They have that satisfying snap when you break them. The choice between frying and baking often comes down to preference. Some people love the rich taste of fried chips. Others prefer the lighter quality of baked chips. Both methods turn humble potato slices into delicious snacks. It's all about the journey. Our chips, whether fried or baked, are now golden and crispy, but most of them are still plain, just cooked potato. That's nice, but many of us love flavored chips. So, the next step is the flavor fiesta. This is where the chips get their exciting tastes. Salt is a classic, but there are so many other possibilities. Sour cream and onion, barbecue, cheese, salt and vinegar. The list goes on and on. This is the seasoning stage. How do the chips get their seasoning? It usually happens right after they are cooked, while they are still warm. If they are fried, some oil might still be on the surface. This helps the seasoning stick. If they are baked, they might have been lightly sprayed with oil for this reason too. The warm, slightly oily chips tumble into a large rotating drum. Think of it like a big cement mixer, but for chips. This drum is called a seasoning tumbler or coating drum. As the chips gently tumble around in this drum, the seasoning is added. The seasoning is a fine powder. It is carefully sprinkled or sprayed onto the chips. The tumbling action ensures that all the chips get an even coating. We don't want one chip to be super salty and another to have no flavor. The goal is consistent taste in every bite. The amount of seasoning is also carefully measured. Too little and the chips are bland. Too much and they can be overwhelming. It is a delicate balance. Different flavors mean different seasoning mixes. Each mix is a special recipe of spices, herbs, and other flavorings. Food scientists work hard to create these tasty combinations. Once the chips have been fully coated with deliciousness, they exit the seasoning drum. They are now flavored and ready for their final steps. This seasoning stage is what gives chips their personality. It turns a simple, crispy potato slice into a specific, exciting snack experience. The flavor adventure is complete. Our chips are now cooked to perfection. They are beautifully seasoned, they smell amazing. But we cannot just leave them out in the open. Oh no, they would quickly lose their crispness. They might absorb moisture from the air. They could also go stale. We need to protect them. This is where packaging comes in. The chips need to be put into bags. These bags do more than just hold the chips. They keep them fresh and safe. The packaging process is very fast and mostly automated. The seasoned chips travel on another conveyor belt. This belt leads them to a packaging machine. Above this machine there is a large hopper. The chips are fed into this hopper. The machine has a clever weighing system. It measures out the correct amount of chips for each bag. We want each bag to have the right number of chips, or the right weight. This is important for consistency and fairness. No one wants a half-empty bag. The bags themselves are made from special materials. These materials help keep out light, moisture, and air. These are the enemies of chip crispness. You might notice that chip bags often seem to have a lot of air in them. This air is usually nitrogen gas. Why nitrogen? Because it does not react with the chips. It helps keep them fresh. It also provides a cushion. This cushion protects the delicate chips from breaking during shipping and handling. So that air is actually helping your chips stay whole. Once the correct amount of chips drops into the bag, the machine seals it. It uses heat to seal the top of the bag tightly. This ensures no air or moisture can get in. Sometimes the bags are also printed with a best by date. This tells you how long the chips will stay at their best quality. After sealing, the bags might go through a final quality check. Some are checked for proper weight, some are checked for a good seal. Then they are packed into boxes ready to be sent to stores. So there you have it, the incredible journey of a potato chip. It all starts with a humble potato, a potato grown with care in a farmer's field. This potato travels from the farm to the factory. It is chosen carefully. Only the best potatoes make the cut. This ensures our chips will be top-notch. It is like picking the best student for a special task. Every step needs good raw materials. This is the foundation of a great chip. Next, the chosen potatoes get a spa treatment. They are washed and peeled. Their skins are removed by clever machines. Then comes the slicing. They are cut into thin, uniform slices. The thickness is very important for the final crunch. These slices are washed again. This removes extra starch. It helps them cook perfectly. Every slice is prepared with precision. It's a delicate operation, even on a large scale. These steps prepare the potato for its tasty transformation. Then it is time for cooking. Some slices take a hot bath in oil, frying to a golden crisp. Others take a trip through a hot oven, baking until they are light and crunchy. Both ways turn the soft slices into crispy delights. After cooking, it is flavor time. The warm chips tumble in a big drum. They get coated with all sorts of yummy seasonings: salt, barbecue, cheese, and many more. This gives each chip its special taste, a taste that makes our mouths water. Finally, the finished chips are ready for their bags. Machines weigh them carefully. They are put into special bags. These bags keep them fresh and protect them from breaking. The bags are sealed tight, then they are packed into boxes. They travel to stores all over. So the next time you open a bag of chips, think about their amazing journey. From a simple potato in the ground, to the crunchy, flavorful snack in your hand. It is quite a trip. And a delicious one too.